Hey, good afternoon, my dearly beloved. Hey, this is Matthew, Ambassador of Hope Richerzhagen with Phenomenal Marriage, and this is issue number 2 of Marriage Mythbusters. And this myth is a good marriage should be effortless. And what some people think is, if it's not, I must have married the wrong person. So, this is funny. A good marriage should be effortless. The honest to goodness truth is that every couple has to invest. You have to. I don't care how perfect you are for each other. You're going to have friction. You're two separate people. And here's the thing. If you don't do anything in your house, with your house, what would it look like in 15 years? It would be run down. It would need painting. The roof would need help. It'd be filthy. Do you see what I'm saying? Of course. Your relationship is the same way. Just like the picture over here on the other side where they're sitting on the couch and they're not happy and the baby's crying and everybody's frustrated. That's what happens when you don't choose to invest in your spouse and in your marriage. The second law of thermodynamics applies to marriage. Everything takes fresh energy for it to keep running. Imagine a fire. You have a campfire and it's sitting there and it's crackling. Well, over time, it burns down and then you have glowing embers and then it goes out. And that happens in so many couples' relationships because they think they have this idea, I married this person and it's going to be life, love, forever lasting, with no energy. And what happens is we get disappointed. We get frustrated at our spouse when really we're using a broken blueprint. God's blueprint says you need to love and serve your spouse. Hollywood says, our fallen, selfish worldview says, my spouse should just always know what I want. Nobody's going to know what you want. You have to learn to ask for it. And you have to apply some energy. You have to show up to love and serve. The reality here is you are going to pay. You're going to pay now by showing up to love and serve. You're going to become your spouse's greatest asset. You're going to seek to be an asset to them before you ask them to be an asset to you. And with the fruit of that is you're going to enjoy your marriage. You're going to be a team. You're going to be friends, partners, and lovers. The other option is you're going to pay later. If you don't pay now, you're going to pay later. And what that is the unrelenting pain of living with someone who doesn't like you, who doesn't want to do what you want them to do for all of the whole rest of your life. And unfortunately, I see that all the time in my work. And I guarantee you, you don't want to live like that. Honestly, investing in your spouse and keeping the romance alive is not as hard as you might think. It really isn't. You think, man, my spouse is just impossible to please. It's really not that hard. And some people are impossible. Don't get me wrong, but they're very few, and your spouse probably isn't one of them. If you think it is, if you think they are, reach out to me and we'll talk about them, and I'll let you know. This is what it takes. It takes regular intention. It's an awareness. Hey, this thing here between us, it matters. You're important to me. You're valuable to me. I cherish you. I remember there was a story about a guy who was talking about how he took better care of his guns than his wife. And he's like, well, of course. Well, dude, your wife's way more important than your guns are. What's the matter? It takes regular intention. It takes awareness. Cherish her. Guys, cherish her. Ladies, cherish your man. Respect him. Look up to him. Admire him. It takes goodwill, liking your spouse and committing to meet their needs. It does take energy. It's this whole world is running down without energy put back in it. It's true in your gas tank. It's true in your tummy. If you don't eat, after a while, you're going to run out of energy and you'll die if you don't eat. It does take energy. And it does take grace. It's understanding I'm not perfect. I can't expect my wife to be perfect. Ladies, you can't expect your husband to be perfect. You're not perfect. There's no way you can expect him to be. Lighten up. Relax. Enjoy life. Be his girlfriend. You'll be way happier, and you'll make him way happier, and your whole house will be happier. It takes daily connection rituals. Like one of the things that my wife and I do, when one of us comes home, the other one goes and sees him. Hey, honey, welcome home. Like it's not that big of a deal. How long does it take me to walk upstairs and go give my wife a hug? That's important too. Physical touch is important. Physical touch on a daily basis. And these connection rituals, we snuggle and we pray together every morning and every evening. It's turning towards your spouse. It's reaching out. It's accepting them. It's not that hard. It really isn't. We think it's this great big old huge deal. It's just intentionally, daily doing it. It takes weekly date nights. You know, it's so funny that people think that this is just going to go on and on and on and on and on, and it's going to be fine. Imagine what your car would be like if you never changed the oil, if you never changed the tires, if you never washed it, if you never cleaned it out. What would your car look like? Would you want to ride in it? No, and it would break down anyways. And that's what happens in our relationships when we don't intentionally take time and put energy and effort into our spouse. And let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard somebody say, well, what have you done for me lately? Well, this isn't just a transactional deal. It's loving and serving. However, all of us have relational needs. And I'm not talking about our deepest needs for identity and value. You can't get those from your spouse. And if you try to, that's idolatry, and you're going to be disappointed, and you're going to be disappointed in them, and they're going to be disappointed in you. We have relational needs we need to get from our spouse in the relationship. And here's the thing, my dearly beloved, if you haven't done anything for your spouse for an extended period of time, they're going to start to feel, what has he done for me lately? Like, it's super cool if somebody thinks of you, wow, that's good. But that doesn't last forever. It only lasts for so long. So you have to be continually investing. And let this quote sink down in your mind. The only way to coast is downhill. You know that intellectually. You know that. Don't coast in your relationship. Invest and you'll be blessed. God designed your marriage to be amazing. Most people's relationships aren't. They stink. I'm going to be honest. I see that every day. If you're wise, if you're a wise husband, if you're a wise wife, you're going to choose to pay now. Hey, I can see this. The only way to coast is downhill. I don't want to go downhill. I'm going to invest in my spouse. I'm going to invest by growing to become the best version of myself. The fruit of that is a lifetime of love and joy and peace. You'll be friends, partners, and lovers. It's amazing. And if you have a question about, well, what should I do? You can comment at the bottom of this video. So just let me give some pointers. A man's deepest abiding emotional need is respect. And ladies, if you don't like your husband, he does not feel respected. That's very easy. Respect is honor. Actually, in the King James Bible, it uses the word reverence, which is honor and respect. And it's liking your spouse and letting him go first, letting him be the leader. That's what God's called us to. And it's giving preference to him. It's letting him be the man. And that, if you can do that, just work on that, just intellectually, instead of fighting, using the world's self-centered, fallen wisdom to say, nope, nobody can tell me what to do. It's got to be my way. I'm going to fight for my rights. You fight for your rights and you lose the joy in your relationship. If you compete with your husband, he's going to compete against you. If you compliment him, he's going to cover you, and you're going to have a wonderful relationship. His secondary deepest abiding emotional need is sex. It's physical intimacy. And ladies, I want to encourage you, if you don't feel like being open to him physically, pursue him emotionally. Like, pray for him, blessing on him. Say, Lord, I want to be the wife you want me to be. And if you'll do that, you will become more open to him physically. And you're going to rock his world, and he's going to be happy with you, and he's going to serve you a lot better, because What goes around comes around, and it picks up speed. Now, guys, my dearly beloved brothers, a woman's deepest abiding emotional need is to be loved and cherished. And what that means is this woman is valuable to me. What does that look like? Think about what's valuable to you. My wife is the most valuable, and I say possession, but I don't really own her. She's my wife, and she's very near and dear to me. And I open the car door for her, and I help carry the groceries for her, and I open the garage door for her, and I shovel the snow for her. Why? She can do all that stuff by herself because I want to show her that she's precious to me. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Just think about, this woman is precious. She is precious to me. You made a vow at the altar when you got married that you would cherish her. So do it. Follow through with your vow. And it doesn't matter whether she's happy with you or not. You lead her in love. So many men just simply react. Their wife's unhappy and they react to her instead of responding to her in love and leading her in love. Her secondary deepest abiding emotional need is security. And guys, she needs to know that she's the one. There's nobody else. There's no competition, nothing. She is the one. And you do this in a practical way. Number one, don't look at dirty pictures. Period. Ever. End of statement. Full stop. Just don't do it. It's going to affect you even if she doesn't know about it. I know people, and I talk to them and they say, well, my wife doesn't even know. How can it be a problem? Because you know, it's in your conscience. You know when you look at her, there's something in between you. And you don't want that there. How can you connect on the deepest level? And you might say, well, it's her fault. She's not available. That's hogwash. Stop it. That's a lie of the devil. You show up as the man God has called you to be. And so don't look at dirty pictures. The second thing is, don't have your phone be more important than her. When she comes home, when you come home, you go and find her and you go and talk to her. You kiss her and take her in your arms and be tender with her. Treat her like your girlfriend. If you treat her like a thoroughbred, you won't end up with an old nag. I love that quote from Zig Ziglar. So keep your eyes only for her. Tell her she's beautiful every day. Caress her. Run your hands through her hair. Just be totally absorbed in her. When you're out and about, you might notice other women that are pretty too. Just say to yourself, wow, she's pretty. That's the end of that thought. Now you're on to something else. That's how you handle looking in a world that's God made women to be beautiful. They're super awesome in that way. Just look at them and say, wow, she's pretty. Next thought. And then you won't be like, that's really disrespectful to your wife. Don't do that. Okay, so there you go. God designed marriage, your marriage, to be amazing. If you want help with this in your marriage, reach out. There is help. There is hope. I've devoted my life to help people transform their marriage. And you, my dear beloved brother, and you, my dear beloved sister, are one shift away from your breakthrough. Don't just stay. If you're not happy, it's not leave or put up with it. It's change. Fix what you got. God designed that. And now here he's given you the biblical, proven, practical wisdom to transform it that makes marriage fun. I have a program. I have multiple programs that can help you. I'm here to help you crack the code on making marriage, your marriage, a passionate paradise. I'm Matthew, Ambassador of Hope, and I'm here for you every step of the way. Thanks so much for watching. God bless and have a great day.